The team hasn't seen a Stanley Cup in 57 years.
At some point, it's about to pop.
Obviously, the two teams played in 2023. It did not go well for the Leafs. What makes you think it will be different this time?
The biggest reason why Florida might be a little bit vulnerable,
Nylander working in on the right side.
they're beat up.
This is one I'm sure Bobrovsky would like back. To the point to Tanev. Tanev's wrist shot. Goal! It may have been touched just in front of the Gunner's jam play. Stopped by Stolars, who is down and hurt.
From my point of view, I'm just taking the puck to the net. In my opinion, it's really just a bump.
Craig, what was your view on the Sam Bennett hit on Stolars? And
elbow to the head. Yeah, clearly.
That video of Stolars being sick, vomiting on the bench.
This is their identity. This is what they do. They take guys out.
So the big storyline for the Toronto Maple Leafs, Anthony Stolars is out of the lineup, and the number one goalie for now is Joseph Woll.
And the draw won by Barkov as it comes back to the blue line. Jones into the slot area, the shot scores! Beating the glove hand of Woll, it's Barkov that opens the scoring just 5 seconds into the power play. To the corner by Pacioretty. Back to the point it comes, and a wrist shot coming. Hit the goal post, they score! Centering pass in front for Marchand, who scores! Here's Pacioretty getting it in front for Nylander. Holy mackerel!
Nylander, what do you do to get the most out of him? He's like,
Just leave him alone.
It's the line for Lorentz. It's hot. Shot scores! Domi set up in front of the goal. The Maple Leafs are. The puck into the slot area drive. Big save by Woll. Holy mackerel, Joey Woll. It is over. The Leafs will take a 2-0 lead to Florida.
Patch, great night. Willie, Mitch, big goal bar guy all year.
Craig, first start for Joseph Woll in some time. What stood out to you about how he handled the moment here tonight?
Very calm and cool in net, I thought. Fighting through traffic and making the saves that are needed, very impressed with him tonight.
We are heading into Game 3 with a 2-0 series lead.
that should be the mindset. It's going to get harder. It's going to get tougher. And if it doesn't,
great.
We are talking about Matthews and Marner still not having their A games in this series. I think that's a positive sign.
Matthew Nyes believes tonight will be the hardest game the Maple Leafs have played so far in these playoffs.
Marner's wrist shot in traffic deflect. They score! Matthew Nyes! Matthew Nyes! It is 23 seconds into this one as the puck comes in on the left wing and a pass in front of the net. Tavares wrapped around. Scores! Johnny Toronto! 2-0 Toronto! Holy mackerel, what a start in Game 3!
Craig, after a great start here tonight, how did you see the game maybe turn in the second?
Yeah, they had a good second.
Verhaeghe set up beautifully there by Sam Bennett to tie the game.
Going down 2-0 early, Toronto seems to have a lot of momentum.
I'm not a big believer in momentum, or we would have lost that game 60-0 based on the first minute last night.
Oh my! Joey Woll will want this one back. Riley with a shot. Score!
We weren't direct in a second. Allowed them to come back at us and play their game, and got hemmed in too much. Thought we had a good third, and OT's OT.
I love their resilience tonight. We didn't have the best start. They came out extremely hard, but we just stuck with it.
Shot by defenseman Jones was deflected wide. Centering pass, they score! Why wouldn't they?
Gustav Forsing's the fittest man on the team. How impressive was what he did there in the second period, chasing down Nylander to disrupt that breakaway?
Bring it ahead. Nylander gets a break. Will he try to carry it in on
Yeah, I mean, he's such a powerful skater. He can handle big minutes.
Sam Bennett closing in on goal! Score!
It's a battle out there, and this is what it is. They don't give you a lot.
Craig, what was your perspective on the Domi hit on Barkov and what transpired at the buzzer there last night?
To me, the Kulikov hit on Marner was 10 times worse. So
This is what they do. They take guys out.
Austin Matthews and Marner, they're probably taking the most heat of anyone.
Right now, you have one dude who's wearing the C, who's leaving a gaping hole in the production of this team.
The people who really sit there and defend Marner over and over, I'm wondering, like, what are you watching?
Mitch Marner, it might be his last few games as a Maple Leaf.
At various times in the last 6 or 7 years, we've said, oh, this is it for the core four. This is it for the core four, and it's never happened. This really could be it for them.
You're behind the back spinorama, turnover in the back of your net, 3-0. Is that how you want to go out, Mitch?
All season long, the buzzword around this Leafs team was that it was different than all of those that had failed before. But on this night, the biggest game of the year, where they really had a chance to prove they were truly different, they weren't different. They weren't even the same. They were worse.
Yeah. 99% of Leafs fan base is acting like the series is already over.
They have a reason to be acting like this. Come on.
Why would you give up before it's over? That's a loser mentality. That's not the fucking heart of it.
You guys are a loser franchise.
That the Toronto Maple Leafs and their core were running out of chances to prove they are not what everyone says they are. You have one more chance. You have one more chance in Game 6.
The spotlight shines brightest on Matthews and Marner. I'd double shift them. I'd go with them. I'd go with them over and over again. They take the most heat, give them the biggest chance to have the biggest show.
A nothing play that Mitch Marner ends up with a puck on his stick.
The most massive goal of Austin Matthews' career.
The shot scores! Holy mackerel, how did that happen? Off the rush! Matthews comes in and now the Leafs have grabbed the lead. To being offside as a long shot went wide. Leafs corral, get it out at center, brought to the line and in hard to the net and Pacioretty! Score! Max Pacioretty! He's alive! He's alive! He'll fight another day!
Austin, how would you describe your team's performance here tonight, given what was at stake?
Gutsy. I mean, just a gutsy win all around. But, just to get that win, feels great. Obviously, the job's not done yet. It's, like I said, it's a gutsy win to keep our season alive. But, we got one more job to finish.
This has been a year of clearing hurdles. The Maple Leafs don't win division titles. They won the Atlantic Division. The Maple Leafs held off Ottawa when they came back and won Game 6 after a bad Game 5. This is the last and the biggest challenge to clear.
On Sunday night, Elliott, I was thinking back to that old Glenn Sather line. If you don't think it can't get any worse, you are dead wrong. After Game 5 of this series, surely it can't get any worse than that 6-1 defeat. I present to you Game 7.
You never see Berube get unglued, and he did.
Big save, rebound in front of the goal, they score! Oh my!
This is brutal. This is men versus boys right now. Completely unprepared.
And I'm waving goodbye to Brendan Shanahan, who has successfully built the most frustrating team in the history of hockey.
They didn't just lose, they became unglued. And in that moment, Marner realized it might be the end.
And ultimately, the Core 4 era was fun but fell flat. They got great players who are young, immature, and prideful, who instead of seeing one another as mutual load-bearing pillars building some great cathedral of success, fought to be the steeple, visible and above the whole. They all wanted to be the one.
What are you going to tell Mom?
That we lost.
Just another game, eh, Mitch? One of another couple hundred to be played.